Here we go, guys. And this one right here, it's pretty easy. When you see this, it's just asking about your transformations. And your transformation, this one's going to basically be that row right there. Okay? So if you look at that, it's x, y, and then it becomes a negative x, y. Since the y stays the same, I call that fixed. When it's fixed, that means it's a fixed life. That means it's reflected, okay? Reflected over the y-axis. That means it's going to go over the y-axis. This is your y. Going over the y-axis, it's going to be A. It's not this one, not this one, not this one. It's A. Okay, and the diagram right here, right triangle. Oh, right triangle, you should automatically think of the a squared plus b squared equals c squared. This is the right triangle here. These two make up your A and your B. I'll go with A since I was smaller, and B here. This one crosses your C. So just by looking at this stuff, I want to let you know that this one has to be the longest. Right? This one has to be the longest. These two are smaller. So this will be the longest one. The longer than that. So it can't be that one. Can't be that one. It can be these two. So we're going to do the a squared plus b squared equals c squared. We're going to go with 7.9 squared plus 11.4 squared equals c squared, which is your d, right? And take a break and use the calculator fast. Here we go. And this right here, when we do this in the calculator, it's going to be 11.28, which is approximately 14.28, which is close to 14.3. Okay, I do want to let you know this real quick. This one here is a wrong one from the beginning, because if you get 11.9 plus 7.9, guess what it's going to give you? 19.8. That right there is that one. This is for the people that don't pay attention. You should be doing the a squared plus b squared equals c squared, so that's a big giveaway. Don't do that. Okay, the perimeter of this thing is 17x. They mentioned the triangle shown. So what is perimeter? Perimeter, guys, goes back to 7th grade. Actually, not even. Perimeter goes back to pre-K. So that one goes to adding everything up here on the sides to give you that, right? So we're saying that perimeter, which is all this, is equal to that. So perimeter is going to be adding up side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3, which are the three sides. So the perimeter here is 17x is equal to, I guess, 15 plus 15 plus 7x. Now, if you look at these two right there, that's really 30. And 17x equals to 30 plus 7x.
What's that? Mirage.
So 30, there it is, 30. Good job. Plus 7x. And that's it. Wait, this is it. That's my answer. That's easy. Super easy. Right, the perimeter.
It's a phone. It's a phone.
And there it is. On this one here, you just draw a straight line. Once you see stuff, draw a straight line to it. Okay? Sorry, I got a new tool. It doesn't work the best, but we can get it to work. So we draw a straight line through it. Try to draw a straight line through it. 28 weeks. We're going to go to 28 right here in the middle. Go up to it. About here. About 75. About 75. Not too bad. Okay, so every time you see these, just match the numbers, right? Look at the sides, the x and the y axis. This is cost, so that's the number. Bracelets, 5. So we're going to go to 5 bracelets up to 12.5. Nope, not there. We go to 5 up to 12.5. Ooh, that looks like my answer right there, actually. Come on, this thing's acting funny. 5 and up to 12.5 matches. Check. I'm going to say that's my answer. Go to 5 up to 12.5 out. Go to 5 up to 12.5 out. So yes, C is my answer. All right, let me see if we can use these things here. Oh, I can. Perfect. Okay, so it has a height of 5 feet, diameter of 2 feet. Cylinder, right? Don't go on cylinder like this. height of 5 feet, diameter of 2 feet, across diameter, that's 2. Well, this is the volume. So the volume of this thing is going to be volume is equal to BH. Volume is equal to pi r squared times the height.
You know that people
So we're going to come here. Volume is equal to pi is pi. Radius is going to be, divide this in half, is 1. Your radius is equal to 1. 1 squared times the height of 5. Pi pi, 1 squared times 1.
What was the last day that y'all went?
Okay, so I'm finishing up. Our volume is equal to this right here becomes 15.708 or approximately. So it's going to be 11. Okay, remember B is the area of the base. How do you get the area of the circle right here? That's pi r squared. So that's why that becomes this, okay? Not till Friday. So basically, which number could be missing in here? I'll put them all in decimals. This right here
Hi, guys.
is 3.3. Mariana, be quiet. 3.1. Over here is 4.12. So a number between 3.7 and 4.12. 4.5 is way up above it, too big. This is 0.038, way too small. That's way over here. Wait. This one here is 3.8. This one here is 15.21. That's way too big. 3.8 falls in the middle. C is the answer. Right? Did you guys put all of them in the calculator? Definitely. So on this next thing right here, it says not congruent. What I see, I'm going to look through it real quick. I saw not congruent. Anything with dilation, scale factor, and there it is, dilation and scale factor. That's your answer. Not congruent, dilation. Not congruent, scale factor. Okay, this one over here is saying the total of this much books in scientific notation. So the number is 463 and then 100. And to write it in scientific notation, it has to be a number, right? Between 1 through 10 times 10 to some power. The power is going to be positive because it's a big number, so I know that much positive. The decimals here, I would put the decimal here and move it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this number would be 4.63 times 10 to the 5th power. Okay. Questions asking, what is the exponent? Ooh, I got this one wrong. The right answer is 6.5. That's the exponent right here. That's your exponent. Okay, so I did this one, but I totally forgot to record it. So that's where it goes in red. The account pays 2.1% annual simple interest. So I did it right here. This is account X. It's going to be I equals to PRT. It's going to be I equals to 3,000 P. Rate 2.1% times 5 equals to 315. Okay, account Y is going to be compounded annually. So it can be A equals P 1 plus R raised to the T is equal to, put in the numbers, A is equal to 3,000 times the 1 plus 2.4% raised to the 5th power. And that gives you 3,377.7. And A, like I said, is the all together, the total, okay, so which is your principal and your interest. So coming back over here, we're going to go ahead and get the interest, because the question here is saying which statement about these accounts at the end of 5 years is true. Looking at this, it's talking about the interest, and interest. So I'm just going to look at the interest. The interest alone is 315 here. So I'm going to get the total amount, which is 3,377.7, minus the 3,000, which gives me 3,377.7. So now the interest, right, is going to be compared. This is the account, the second account. This is Y. This is X. So I'm going to see how much more it has. So subtraction gives me 2.7. And remember, the Y has more than the X. So here it says the Y would earn Monica about this much more. So Y is more. She is the correct answer. Okay, next question. Okay, this one's really easy, the Y-intercept. when you look at the y-intercept, it's really where the line crosses the y-axis. And it's crossing right there. It's crossing like at 1.5. Okay? And so in the calculator, 3 divided by 2 is equal to 1.5. So that's my answer, actually. If you don't like that, you do the distance spreadsheets menu for 1-3, and that'll give it to you right there. Distance spreadsheets menu for 1-3, and that'll be it. Or I can use decimals. Let me try to use decimals real quick. So getting decimals, I put the points here, and I add 4, 8, negative 5, 7. This is where it's at right here. So 4, 8, negative 5, 7. I'm going to come out here, looking at this stuff right here. 4, 8, negative 7. This is my y-intercept right here, where it crosses the y-axis. You can see it crossing right here at 1.5. Pretty easy. It's just like a no-brainer. I don't even know how else to tell you that one's super easy. Okay, let's check out over here. Okay, this one right here, out of the way. Translator. When they say translate, they want to move it to the right and to the left. Pretty easy. When it goes right or left, basically the rightness is going to be based off of the x-axis. Leftness will be x-axis, but x plus here and x minus here. Y plus going up, y minus going down. So this is where they have it. And they want to go p to the right. So we're going to have x plus p here, and then b down. I'll change colors. And b down here. So minus y here. Minus b, my bad. Minus b from the y. So we're looking for this negative b and plus p. Plus p, these are out, minus p. There's my answer. Pretty easy. Okay, or to the right, x plus, down, y minus. Pretty easy. Okay, let's see this over here. So while I was moving up and down, I looked at the answer choices. These are answer choices, guys and girls. Okay, these are x's and y's, x and y. So the first one, again, we just have 2 coordinates here. This is the July one. We're going to have 640 and 3,502. And then for this one over here, we're going to have 820 and 3,601. So I'm going to go back to decimals and put these numbers in here. So 640 should type number. Let me see. I'd never really used this 640. Oh, okay, it's already changing it. So look at my answers. It's already changing over here. 3502. 3502. And go with 820. 820, and then 3601. Oop, what did I do? 3 and 820, 360. Okay, let's double check. 820, 361, 820, 361, 640, 343. So checking on this right here. I'm looking for 0.55x and 3150, 0.55x, 2510, and there it is. Really easy. See my answer. Looks hard. Looks like I haven't even read a single question here, guys. It looks pretty typical, but it's not really simple. Just look at the answer choices. That one guides me real fast to do many 4 and 3. Okay. Okay, let's just read this one. The table shows the cost per year of attaining different types of colleges. So 2 years, this is per year. 4 years, per year, okay. It's to attend a 5-year college. Oh, attend in 5 years, okay. The student has that much saved, based on information about the student's plan. Which statement about the possibility for college is true? So I'm going to do some math real quick. So far, they have this much saved, 1,200, and they're going to save $50 for the next 60 months. 50 times 60, which is not much. 1,200 plus, I'm going to do these two right here, 0, 0 for these two zeros, and then 3, 0, making them 4,200. Okay? Based on the information, the student would be able to afford the cost for 1 year at a 4-year private college. 4-year, none of them, no way, nothing. And this person's going to be able to go 2 years, let's say, guys. Can't do any of these 4 years, nothing. Nothing 4 years he can do. A student would be able to afford in-state costs for 1 year at a public 4-year college. A public 2-year college, I bet. Yeah, public 2-year. That's the only person who could go because they're going to have 4,200. Do not have enough of the rest. Okay, not too bad. Easy. Easier than I thought. A lot of reading, but it's all good. Okay. Let's see what's going on right here. Cylinder. Okay, see a cylinder? So I'm going to draw a cylinder. Okay. Our pieces of glass in the shape of a cylinder produced when lightning strikes. Sand is to find a figure fulgurite with a height of 21 inches, so 21 here, and diameter of 6. So diameter goes all the way through across at 6. Remember, we do never, ever, ever, ever use a diameter. We're going to go out here and get that 6 divided by 2 and gives us 3, which is my radius. We always use the radius. What's the volume? Okay, so volume is equal to BH. Volume is equal to BH. Here's your reference material. Volume of a cylinder, BH. Remember, B stands for area of the base. When we come back here, the area of a circle at that much. So then we come back to our question here. And the volume is equal to this part becomes pi r squared times your height. Volume is equal to pi is pi. Radius is now 3 squared times your height. Remember what I told you? If it uses a diameter, it's automatically wrong, okay? So 2 squared, 3 squared, times 21. So anything with a 6 is wrong already. Out, out. So now we have these two. The squared comes into clutch here, and this one's out. Because it has the squared, that's my right answer. Okay, moving on. Look at the answer is. This is a slope thing. So all we need to do is get 2 points from here. It's going to find 2 points. It's pretty easy. It's not too bad, okay? And we're going to use decimals. 0, 0 is 1. I like that coordinate. 0, 0. And then we're going to go. This is a bad copy, but I think I'll go with 5 and 12. I think I must have been 5 and 12, okay? So then I'm going to go back to Desmos. And remember, I do have it already. And I'm going to change it to 0, 0. And I believe it's 5, 12. Okay, and then there's my answer, 2.4x. So 2.4 is my slope. The x right there, 2.4x. X marks my slope, and it's 2.4 next to it. So I'm going to go with 2.4, add my slope. And there it is, 2.4. And per is your slope. Don't forget that per is your slope. There she is. Really easy, way easier than what I thought. It's not too bad at all. Okay, so now the distance. Once you see distance, oh, okay, that's going to be the Pythagorean theorem, guys. I'm just sticking it real quick. The coordinates of the vertices, yada, 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 yada. Is the closest distance from B to D. So from here to D. What I'm going to do, luckily I have a good program here. I get to go ahead and zoom in. And there's my right angle right here. You see right angle here. Now we see, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one more, so there's 6. Going up and down. I know there's 3 here. And then how much down? This is 6, 7, 8, 9. And 9, 12 going up and down. Let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 12. Okay, so this is 12 right here. So we're going to just plug in these numbers and go with the idea of a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Remember some rules I told you. It's really easy. This one, the diagonal, has to be your longest. So it has to be longer than 12. Can't be that one. Can't be that one. Can't be that one. Without doing any work, it's that one. And I'm just going to go with a squared, but I already have a, right? So let me go ahead and erase that. Put my numbers in there. I want to have 6 squared. So that's 12 squared equals c squared. You can do and solve this, guys. So we're going to and solve it on the calculator. I'm going to go with 6 squared plus 12 squared equals c squared. And I'm going to comma c it. And I'm going to go ahead and take a break on this recording and do it. Okay, so doing it, my answer becomes 13.4164, rounds to about 13.4, and there's my answer. Okay, so non-proportional, let me see, coming over here. Okay, so all this is saying non-proportional of that. Okay, so remember the idea of proportional. Proportional means it goes to the origin. It goes to the origin. And that was y equals to mx. Mariana, that was also known as y equal to kx. Okay, there's no plus 0 here, no plus 0 here. It doesn't have anything else. It's just this right here. Okay, it's just this or this. Someone look for it. That one has, okay. That one is proportional because there's no plus. I mean, it is proportional because it has plus 0 here, right? That one has plus 0. That one is proportional. This one has a plus extra something here. You see that? So that one's non-proportional. This one has a plus 0 here. Since these all have plus zeros, they are proportional. Okay, so when it comes to non-proportional, it has plus another number. So that's the issue here. You don't want to have it right here where it has two things that would be non-proportional. And they're looking for that one, non-proportional. So there's my non-proportional idea. Again, it's just real quick, y equals to mx plus b. I'll give an example of proportional y equals to 2x. Y equals to 1/2 x. Those are proportional. Non-proportional would be y equals to 2x plus 3. Y equals to 6x plus 7. Something like this, where it has a plus or minus here. That makes it non-proportional. And that's what they're looking for, non-proportional. Let's go to 19. Counterclockwise, let me see. Okay. So remember we did counterclockwise, rotated. There was things that were congruent. The ones that were congruent, we haven't done this in a while, congruent. They're going to be the translation, rotation, and reflection. Those are all congruent. Non-congruent, or not congruent. I'm trying to rush, guys. I'm sorry. Non-congruent are going to be dilation. Which one? Yeah. So rotated is going to be the congruent one. So look for that. Okay, and congruent also meant equal. Make sure you know that. Congruent also meant equal. So congruent, we will want equal out to be true. Not congruent out. We want greater than no. We want it congruent. Dilation, okay, is the only one that's not congruent. And then translation, rotation, reflection. They're talking about rotation here. We want congruent. So my answer is D. Just a reading question. This just takes the prices, practice, I'm sorry, to look at the stuff, remember how it goes. Okay, let's see what's over here. So please draw, once you see this stuff, draw a line through it. And I will say, this one is just reading, right? You just got a positive relationship between the number of nights spent in the hotel and the total cost. It's more and more, guys. It's a positive. We're going to go with increase, increases. And there's your answer. This means increase, decrease. That's a negative one. Increases remain the same. That's out. Those two are out. No relationship out. This is more. This is a positive. So when it comes to positive, we're going to have more or less. They go together or they go together. Okay, that's it. Pretty easy. Haven't seen that in a long time. Okay, looking at this real quick. Z are the rationals. Z are the integers and Q are the rationals. Okay, so I mentioned this a long time ago. We're going to go with car wins in race. Counting, whole numbers, integers, rational numbers. Okay? So integers is going to be smaller than the rationals. So it's integers and then rationals. So here it goes. Counting, whole numbers, integers, rationals. Integers, which are the z. So the z goes on the inside. Out. This is the correct answer. Okay? A teacher over here bought a set of books. It costs $70.90 per set. That's going to be y is equal to 17.95, guys. FYI. X. Oh, great. Let me just write it down here in the middle. Maybe y is equal to 17.95x plus $22. We're looking for which of these gives me this right here. Okay. Now, one person told me, one of my students, really smart, really smart. So what I'm going to do is tell you, they told me to check the last ones first. When there's a lot of numbers like this, check these to make sure. But I'm going to check here, and I'm going to jump around over here. Double check it. What I'm going to do is bring, I'm going to keep this one to the right. Oh, shoot. Sorry, guys. Okay, so right here, what I'm going to do is just punch the numbers on this top over here and look at my regression change here. And so they all have 16, 16, and 20. So I'm going to do those two alone, and I'm going to change it to, I'm going to try this first one, 369.95, and 20 is at 457.95. And do I have it 17.95? No. Next, I'm going to jump to these over here. Okay, 309. I have my students to check the last ones first. 309.20. And then 381. And there it is. Yeah, there it is. It's already giving me the answer right there. You see it? So with these 2 points down over here, as a coordinate like this and a coordinate like this, then it goes ahead and matches up here. So we get very blessed, work down. Okay, so looking at two customers spent the same total amount of money at a restaurant. So here it is, here it is, here it is. Okay, both customers pay the same amount per hot wing. How much is that? $5. Hold on. Okay, so on this one here, this is what I read. I have two equations, one here and one here. And they both are dealing with the same x, the same hot wings. The first one has y is equal to 8x, the same amount. This is $8, 8 wings at a certain price, plus $4 for the tip. The second equation has y is equal to the same amount, so I'm going to keep the same x, but 10 x's, and then a 280. Okay, so on this one here, you have to do listen spreadsheets. No, not even a spreadsheet. Menu 3.2. And that one, my calculator is not working on the computer. So I'm actually going to do that real quick, and I'll show you in class how to do that. Time out. Let me do it on the calculator. Okay, so doing this on menu 3.2, I actually type all of this in, and it gives me the answer of 0.6. This is 0.6 comma 8. So each one is your x, right? They want to know how much is each one, so that's your x's. This is your x. Okay, now the reason it's x because you don't know how many wings you're buying before you pay the y of the dollar. So this is going to be $, which is also y. So how much is each wing? 60 cents. Good question. 60 cents. Or $0.6 or 60 cents. Okay, once you draw, see this one here, draw a line through it. Once you see this one, draw a line through it. It's kind of straight like me-ish. And 3 hours, where's 3 hours? Right here, it's 3 hours. I go up to a line around here, around 12, give or take, okay? I look pretty close to it. 13 is my answer. Really easy, guys. This stuff is really easy. Hope you do good. Okay, so this is pretty easy when you get they want to know what's the right triangle. And that's going to be a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Right here, we basically get the calculator, and you're going to go put 10 squared plus 24 squared equals 26 squared. Remember, this one has to be the longest. This one has to be the longest side, okay? So when you do this one actually says true. So that's your answer. If you put this in the calculator, guys, and you put 2 squared plus 3 squared equals to 5 squared. Remember, this one has to be the longest. I can just prove it to you as math, and I can do the math of this one real fast. Down right here is what? 4 plus 9, is that equal to 25? This is not true. And it's going to be saying this in the calculator, it's going to say false. Okay, so that's how you check that one out. These will all say false. The only true one is going to be the first one. Moving on over here. It's, oh, look at this. Just trying to move the thing around. I see dilated. Oh, that's easy, guys. To dilate means to multiply. So you multiply by 7 over 3. That's multiplied by 3 over 7. That's adding right here. There it is. You multiply by 3 over 7. J. Again, you multiply with dilation. It's really easy. Okay, let's check over here. The dimension of the cylinder, yada, yada, yada. Lateral surface area. Okay, lateral surface area is equal to 2 pi RH. That's getting you from the, sorry, move this out of the way. Look at this. Surface area, cylinder, 2 pi RH. So I do is just put that in the not the calculator, but just do my work here. I'm going to go with surface area is equal to 2. Pi is pi. Radius in this situation is, so we're going to go with 5.8 and divide that by 2, which is 2.9. 2.9 times your height of 7.6. Multiply that out and do it real quick on the calculator, and that's not taking me anything, guys. It's pretty easy. So I'm going to go 2 times 3.14 times 2.9 times 7.6, making me 138.411, and roughly that much, okay? And do that. Okay, you don't even have to read these, guys. The answers right here, they cross. The answer is 0. Super easy. Where do they cross each time? Where do two lines cross? Okay, where? Rush, mess up, take longer. Where do the lines cross? Right there, 0, 0 is the answer. 0, 0. Look for the answer, 0, 0. Look where there's 0. Actually, it's just it. Super easy. That's it. That's all she wrote.